Am I audible? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, yes. So good afternoon. This is our week 5, okay, and workshop on Blender 3D we will take. So today's session, what we will do, we focus only on Blender fundamentals. We will learn the interface, navigation, object manipulation, and basic modeling, lighting, camera setup, rendering, and simple animation. So we once again we have in what we will do in that particular doubt session for this that time. Uh, Once everyone is comfortable these basics, so in the doubt session, what we will explore more intermediate topics such as add-ons. We can add some add-ons in our Blender and import some external models and basic rigging with that imported models, and video editing also we will do with the Blender, and workflow tips also we will see in that session. So here today we will cover some fundamental things. Okay, and after the workshop, what you have to do, you send on the group coordinators who want to be a group coordinator for this week, send their names on the groups. Okay, and complete. I hope you complete your assessment and you did some exploration of this Blender 3D, because Blender is vast topics, no? So if you do yourself some study, na, and then you join such a workshop, you will get easier to understand what is actually happening in the workshop. Okay, so I hope you already installed the Blender, and we will do bit slowly. We will do some bit slowly so that you can also do whatever I am telling you do on your laptop or computer simultaneously. Okay, so uh, should we start or move for 2 minutes? Yes. So Jagdish, you send this message, na? So no problem. You send once again on that. Yes, here also you send. Okay. So in this way, you send who want to do a group coordinator's role. Okay. So let me share my screen now. Yes. Are you able to see my screen? I think. Right. Let me clean the desktop. So I did that thumbnail for our video in Inkscape. Okay. So where is Blender? Yes. So this is a Blender icon. Blender 5.0.1 I installed, latest one. Yes. So this is our Blender interface. So this first one is, you can say it is a splash screen. So when you click outside somewhere else on the space around this splash screen, it will goes off. Yes. So now you see this is our Blender interface. So it looks like very difficult, but it is not a difficult. It is very easy. So why this Blender? Blender is you know that 3D uh, modeling tool, and for 3D animation we can use this. Okay. So let me, and you know when your mouse is at the edge of any panel window, you can move and decrease and increase the size of particular panel. So these are when the mouse is uh, changes its shape to double-sided arrow. That time you have to hold your mouse and move this. So you whatever I am doing, you do simultaneously, so you will get a familiar with this interface. Okay. So in this way, you can change the panels windows uh, height and width. Okay. So suppose you did many things and it is not our you messed something. Then if you want by default, the setting was, so you have to just click on file menu and click on the default, and here is the one load factory setting. So this is very important. This is our first you have to remember, if something is messed and you want original setting by default setting of the Blender, you have to click file, defaults, and load factory setting and click it here, and you will get this message. So click on load. So once you do that, you will get our first screen. This is the interface. So what is in this interface? So here, let me start this zoom. So this is a software zoom it. So by starting this, I can zoom the screen and marks, give us some mark on my desktop. Okay. So this is the icon of zoom it. Okay. So let me show you. So from here to here, okay, this red marking you see, these are the tabs. These are the workspace tab. There are a lot of workspaces in Blender 3D. So layout, modeling, sculpting, UV editing, texture, paint, shading, animation, and so on. There is plus button is also there. So if you click on that, you will get 2, 3 more uh, workspaces. So this is first workspace. So this workspace is a layout workspace. Okay, 3D layout workspace. So here you can see I already this tab is clicked layout. If I click on model, modeling, then sculpting, UV, texture, shading, animation, rendering, compositing, geometry, and scripting. And there is plus also. If you click on plus, you will get too many. General, 2D, sculpting, in this way, video editing. Okay. So there are whatever you want with this, you have to open that workspace and then you have to do. So for basic, just click on layout. So this is our first layout workspace of 3D Blender. You know the tabs means different workspaces. You know now the menu bar, where is the menu bar? You know the toolbar, you know the navigation toolbar and the gizmo. Okay. And this is a 3D viewport. There are axes and camera is also there, light is also there. So in 3D, these three things are very essential. One is a primitive shape, whatever is there, and camera and light. Okay. And below here, this is our time track. you know, in Synfig Studio also there is a time track, 0 frame, 20 frame, 12 frame. So these are the frames here, 1, 12, 24. These are the frames. So up to 252 are the end frame. So here you can see end is 250. You can see here end is 250, means if you thinking about the animation, you have 250 frames from 0 to 250. So here is a 1. So starting frame is 1, end frame is 250. So here you can see start frame is 1 and end frame is 250. And now you are at 1 frame. So you can see the blue line is there. That is our time cursor. We already know that in Synfig Studio, time cursor, blue line. So this is our blue line. This is now at 1 number frame. Suppose I click on 24, you can see my time cursor is at 24 now. Now at 74, 72, 120, 156. In this way, you can move your time cursor. So this is our time frame panel. Okay. And now, so this is our time frame panel, right? This is our 3D viewport. In this 3D viewport, you can see camera, cube, light, and gizmo, the navigation toolbar, and toolbox. Okay. And this very important, you can see here, this is outliner. Okay. This is outliner. And below this outliner, these is the property panels. So in that property panel, there are too many properties. Whenever you select something, so different property for the different purposes. So we will see what is that. So this much only. So these are 3 panels: time track panel, property panel, outliner panel. This is a tools. This is also tools. This is a gizmo. Here is a camera. Here is a cube, 3 axis. Okay. Hmm. Now you see some shortcuts. So when my mouse is here, and if I am selecting the middle mouse button, and if I am moving, so it is moving whole 3D viewport. That means this is arbitrary motion. Okay. So I can give this arbitrary motion by just pressing my middle mouse button and moving in horizontal. Suppose I am doing vertical, then it is vertical movement is there. Okay. In this way. And suppose I press control button and just move my mouse uh, forward and backward by pressing this middle mouse button, you will get a zoom in, zoom out. Okay. Now suppose I press shift button, then it is a called panning. So I am doing a panning, uh, left side, right side. I am panning my 3D viewport. So this is these 3 things very important: zoom, zoom out, pan, and arbitrary movements. Okay. So here, whenever I am doing this, you can see at the gizmo is also moving. So if you not remembered, so there also don't worry. Just you go to that gizmo, and from here move your overlap your mouse on there, and just you have to by pressing left button you can move. So here you can see Z is at top, X at this direction, and Y at this direction. In this way, you can move your whole 3D viewport. And suppose you want to zoom and zoom out. So in the navigation, there is a one magnifying glass is there. So click it here and just move your mouse uh, up and down. You can see zoom and zoom out. And this is for the panning, the hand. Click on this hand and move mouse. This is a panning, up, down, left, right. And this third one is a camera view. So whatever is a camera is here. If you want to see something through the camera, that time you have to click it here. So now I am seeing through the camera. Now what is I am seeing a cube in a particular point. I am seeing this cube. So this is called a camera view. Once again I am click it. So now there is no camera view. It is a perspective view, user perspective. So how can you comes to know that? Here you can see, here they already written user perspective. So this is perspective view. Okay, user perspective view. And now suppose I want this cube to see top view of this cube, right view, right side view, left side view, bottom view. So that time there is some shortcuts you have to remember. So it is easier to see your views. Or just you here in the gizmo, you can see there is a minus Z, there is a minus Y, minus X. By pressing them also you can achieve that. Okay. So whenever you are moving your mouse at particular place, you will see some tip is there. Use a preset viewport shortcut numpad 1. In this way you have to press numpad 1. Numpad means the keyboard, there is a numeric keyboard. If you press 1, you will see the front view. But whenever you see front view, here is one change. Here you can see front orthographic. Front orthographic view. Earlier we was in user perspective view. Now we are in front orthographic view. Orthographic means only two axes are there now, x and y axis. Okay, and whatever is the z axis is from our eyes, through our eyes. But we are seeing only the object in only two view direction, two axis direction, x and y. Okay. So suppose I want to see a top. This is 0. If you press 0, it is a camera view. 1 is a front orthographic view. 7 is a top view. These are the shortcuts. If I press 7 from new keypad, top orthographic view. And you see for right, I press 3. 1 front, right 3, 7 top. Okay. And if you press other keys just like a 6, 4, 8, slowly you will change your view in a user perspective, and you set your uh, perspective view as you like. Or you have to just move your middle mouse button, press the middle mouse button and move, zoom out. So this is my earlier view in this way, user perspective view. So just you have to try these things yourself. So you will get a familiarize with this 3D viewport. So by pressing only these mouse button and some keys, you can change the seeing view of the particular object. Okay. So I think this much you have to know till now, how to see, how to uh, change the perspective view of the object. Okay. And if you want to delete something, just you have to click and press a delete button. Now I selected on camera because you see the orange outline is there. That means it is selected. Now camera is selected. If I click on this light, you will see the light, some circular dotted arrow are there. This is a light. So now it is selected. Now light is selected. If I click on cube, there is one orange outline. That means now cube is selected. Okay. And what is this? Inside this is a 3D cursor. Okay. So here in toolbox, you can see first toolbox is select box. Means you have to selection. To do any selection, you have to click on this tool. This is select tool. Second tool is a cursor. So this is a cursor tool. So if I click it here, so that means now I selected this cursor tool. And now I'm clicking here, you see this lifesaver type of icon is now at this point. It means cursor is moved now. 3D cursor. This is 3D cursor and it is moved now. So if it is selected second of tool and I am clicking here. Now you see where am I am clicking, my 3D cursor is moving. So earlier it was in the center of that cube because by default 3D cursor is at in the center of the 3D viewport. So now my 3D cursor is here. And why we are changing the 3D cursor? If you want to draw something, your 3D cursor is there, the object will be created there where is a 3D cursor. If you add something here, so you have to move your 3D cursor here. So now suppose I want to add something. Shift A is a shortcut. You will get a context menu. Click on mesh, click on cube. You will see one cube is added here because my 3D cursor is at this point. Now I am clicking here. I am adding mesh cube once again. So see, my cursor is there. So I want to delete it. Select and press delete. Select. Now I can't select because why? I have a tool with me, number 2. I want to select, then I have to select this tool, select box tool, and then click select and delete. Okay. So till now you comes to know that how to select the object, how to move your cursor, and some interface. Okay, you know the camera, light, cube, and cursor. These are the axes, and these are the grid. This is a grid 3D viewport grid. Okay, and some panels. So now suppose I want this 3D cursor in the center of viewport. So what you have to do? You select this 3D cursor and click it in the dot is there. This dot is the center of this XY axis and the center of this 3D cube. So I clicked it here. Yes, just let me click. So zoom it. Yes. Now my 3D cursor is here. Okay. Now I select this first one. Click on the cube. Now suppose I want to move this cube now. So for moving, this is a third tool is there. Move tool. Click on that. Once I click it here, you will see one kind of a you can say this is a transform gizmo. Uh, this is moving for moving the items. So there are three lines are there, three arrows are there. If I select one, that green one, so I can move my on particular axis. This is y axis. So if I select this red one, so it is moving on x axis. And if I select the blue, it is z axis. So here I can move in this way. So this is a move tool. Okay. Okay. So for rotating this, when you select this tool, you will see these widget. So if I move, this is z axis. It is rotating along z axis. Now it is rotating along y axis. If I select this red one and I am moving my cursor, so it is rotating along x axis. In this way, these tools we can use them. So fifth tool is scale tool. I click it here. Now you see the again the pointers are changed now here. So if I click it here by this red one and moving, so it is scaling along the z axis, along the y axis, and see this is along the z axis, this is along the x axis, and green one is y axis. So if you forgot something, you have to see this navigation gizmo. So which one is a y, which one is a x, which one is a z, blue, green, and red. Okay, already there mentioned. So in this way, you can select the tool and operate here. So instead of going there and selecting the tool, you have to remember some shortcut keys. So which is very useful. Suppose now I don't want all these things, just click it and delete. Now I want to add some primitive shape, that means mesh. So here you can see in the menu bar, below that menu bar there is once again a small menu for the layout workspace menu, and here you see add. In the add there is the mesh, and you can add these shapes. There are too many shapes also there. So in the mesh, these are the options, you can select them. So I want to add a cube, so just click it here, click on the cube, you will see one cube is added. And why for this? Because this scale tool is selected. So instead of that, I will select box tool, and suppose now I want to move it or rotate it, so there is one shortcut. So shortcut for moving, press G, keyboard G button. So when you press G, that means the cube is now grabbed, and now you can move your cube anywhere. But a particular direction I want to move, that time you have to press that axis character, axis letter. Suppose I want to move it on x axis, just press X. Now you can see it is automatically attached with my mouse, and whenever I move my mouse, the cube is moving, but on the x axis only. Press escape, it will cancel this action. Suppose I want to move this on y axis, then press G and Y and then move. It is automatically attached to my mouse, and you can move your mouse, it is moving. Click it, it will rest there. I will make undo, Control Z. Suppose I want to move on Z axis, G, Z. So I can move on Z axis. Okay. So suppose I want to rotate, then instead of G, I have to press R button. R means rotate. R, and suppose I want on X axis, then X. So now I am moving this along with X axis, sorry, rotating along X axis. Escape means cancel the action. And suppose R, Y, now it is rotating on along y-axis, and R Z, now it is z-axis. So in this way, we can grab means movement, R rotate means for rotation of the object, and suppose I want to scale it. So simple yes we have to press. So I press now yes, and I want to scale this cube only for the x-axis. Then I have to press x again. Means yes and x. Now whatever I am changing, moving my mouse, so the scale in x direction only. Suppose I want to scale it in y direction, then you have to press yes, and y direction for y, and then you move. So you can see in y direction my object is scaling. Same for z direction. So yes and z, now I am scaling to z direction. So whenever you move it towards the center, it is decreasing the size. Far away from center, it is increasing the size. Same. Okay. So in this way, you can change the size, change the direction, placing, and rotation. Okay. And suppose all these things we have to do, then you have to use this fifth number tool, transform. So all the gizmo are in one place. So here are movement also, rotation also, and scaling also. Just you have to pick the selected, pick the particular arrow or that arrowhead and move. So it is scaling because I selected scale. If I move, I selected this arrow. I want to rotate. I selected this rotation. So in this way, this fifth tool is transform tool. So means transforms means all three actions are doing in one gizmo. Okay. So this much you comes to know that by only this much you know you can create anything in the Blender. So already we know from our first workshop Inkscape, by using primitive shape we can use you can create anything, any object. In this way same here we also do. So let me delete this. Okay, or let me go to default and default setting. So this is my default setting of Blender. So now here you now comes to know that how to navigate in 3D space. This is our 3D space. We can navigate object in orbit. We can pan also. We can zoom also. Okay, and we select the object, and we can manipulate that. We can change their size. We can move them here and there. We can rotate them. We can scale them. Okay, and we can add also. So if you add something, it will be adding on at a 3D cursor. So 3D cursor is the center of viewport. So suppose I want to add another object. So you have to click add mesh. Here I want to add UV sphere. So now UV sphere is created, but it is overlapped on that cube. Na? So let me move my cube somewhere else. So I will click outside, click here, G, Y, you see the sphere is there. So now I want to move this sphere to somewhere else, G, X here. Now I add something else, add mesh and cylinder. So I added cylinder, G, Z somewhere else. I moved it. Okay. In this way you can add things and move them somewhere else. Okay. So shift and A is a shortcut key to add the mesh. This context menu will created and you can add cone. I want to move this G X here. Once again I want to add torus. This is a torus shape. G Y here I will put. Once again, I want to add a mesh and circle. So you see one circle is created. Circle is just a outline of the circle. I want to move this G, Z here. Okay. When I click outside, you will see a black outline is there. That means one circle shape is created. So I want to add now plane. So now you see one plane is created. Plane means just a rectangle. This is a square. Square kind of thing. Rectangle is there. Just the plane. And I want to move it. G, Z. I will move below. So in this way, you can create shapes, add primitive shapes, and combine them and create another shapes. Or you can edit them. You know the nodes in Inkscape. You change the nodes and you can change the shape. Same here we can also do. We will see how to do that. So our first assignment, I will give you add the primitive shape and move them in particular direction and save the file. So let me delete and once again I will show you. So select this, delete, select this. Suppose I want to select 2, 4 at a time, just move like this. So you see two items are selected now because in that particular marquee selection, two items are selected and I am deleting them. I want to select these three, delete. So light is also deleted because light also selected. Here, I want only these two. Select this one, delete. So here in outliner, you can see I want to show you outliner. This is our outliner. In this outliner, you can see camera is there, a light is there. When you click it here, it is like a layer. Layer. This is a camera layer. This is a light layer. So when you click here, you can select the object. From here also, you can select the object. And whenever I draw something, you will see here a new collection will created. Suppose I want to add cube. Now you see one cube is created here. Camera, cube and light. Three items are here now. Okay. So in this outliner, if you can't select from here, you go here and click particular object will select it and then press delete. So our assignment is that you have to add shapes and move them in only on x-axis. Suppose now I'm adding shift A, shift shift A, plane. Plane is added. Okay. Now shift A, cube. Cube is added. I want to move this cube. G on Y here. Now circle. G Y here. Now again I will add UV sphere. G Y here. Add ICO sphere. G Y here. Add mesh cylinder. G Y here. So in Y axis I am putting all the items. Cone. G Y here. And again add torus. G Y G Y and here. And I want to zoom out. Yes. Now you see on Y axis all the items are placed. In this way, this will be one your assignment I will give you. Add the object, keep on Z axis or Y axis or particular axis. Okay. So it means now you have a confidence. You can open the software and you can add these objects. At least these objects you can add. So all these are 3D objects. So they have X, Y, and Z directions. They have depth, they have height, they have width. So that's why this is a 3D objects. And by using these 3D objects, we can create many things. Okay. So up till now, you comes to understand. So tell me, is there is any difficulty or you understand? Then give me a thumbs up. Okay. Okay. Yes. So now basically you know now interface of this Blender, you can add the objects. Simple. And you know there are two extra object already is there. That is a camera and that is a light. Okay. There is a camera and there is a light and these are the objects. And just you have to see in only 3D viewport. All other panels are temporarily not working because not we are not know about that. And just we see the our outliner. So outliner is very important. Now you can see in the outliner there are all items are there: circle, cone, cube, cylinder, iosphere, light, plane, sphere, and torus. So same, if you want to create a duplicate of the object, you know that Shift D is a shortcut key for this. So cylinder is duplicated. Okay. So if you want to duplicate it, select it, Shift D, duplicate, and you move somewhere else. But whenever you are moving, don't move without direction. So suppose now you see I moved without direction. So where that items are placed, I can't assume. But if you give a particular direction, that like a X, Y, or Z, then you know that this is only on Y direction or this is only in X direction, properly in plane aligned, and it will set. Okay. So now we will see how to edit them. But by seeing, instead of seeing, we will create one model, and by creating that model, we will know how to edit these objects. So simple object we will do. Let me select them. So all are selected now. But I don't want to select camera and light. Then I will press Shift and click on the camera, click on the light, or just you have to select like this also. You have to touch the object borders and delete. All is deleted now. So let me create a new general, save, don't save. So when you are saving this file, the extension will be .blend, blend. Okay. So now this is a new file, and I want to suppose we will create one small model, that is a table we will create. Okay. So this is our cube, and I want to create one platform of the table first. So that ply of our table, if I want to create out of from this, so I have to change XY direction. But whenever we are going to change this height and width, we have see from particular view. Now this is a user perspective view. So what I will do, I will see this object from top view. So for top view, I have to press 7. So this is my top view. So now in this top view, I am seeing only two axes, X and Y. Red is a X, green is a Y, and Z axis is from my eyes. Okay, suppose imaginary line is going from my eyes to this, that is a Z axis. So here what I want to scale this cube on X direction and Y direction. So That's why I am seeing it is from top view. Now I want to change its size. So just it is already selected, just selected, press yes and X and move my mouse far from the center. So this much is okay. And I will click it here. So this is a, suppose my width and height. Then again, yes and Y, and I will this much. So this much size I needed for my top plank. But you know that there is one answer, Z is there also. Okay, suppose now I see from user perspective view, I will move like this. You see, this is very much depth. So this much depth I don't want. I just want one ply type 12 ply. So this is my top view. And suppose I want to give some values, and then I comes to know that key, what will be the width, what will be the height. For that, press N. I am pressing N key. So you will say one side panel is open automatically. From here, I can see the scale, rotation and location transformation where I can put the values. So here you can see on scale X 5.1128 something, Y is 1.9 something, Z is 1.0 something. So what I will do, I will change it here. So give it round figure 5. So now scale X is 5. For Y, I will put 2. So for Y now I uh, take the value 2. Now Z is 1. So you know that in user this is a 1. So half of this 0.5. So I will put 0.5. So it is half of. Again I would want less 0.25. Again this is also very much, so 0.125. This is okay. So in this way, by putting a value, I comes to know this much will be the dimension of my tabletop. So this is a tabletop I created. You can see by moving in each side I can see. So this is my tabletop. So top is created. Now I want only legs. 4 legs I want to create. So same again I will do 4 cubes and give them proper direction, proper dimension, and put on the 4 sides. That's all. So what for that what I will do? You know that whenever we are creating object, it will create in the center of the cursor, 3D cursor. 3D cursor is already in the center, and let it be there because it will get easy to move the objects and place the objects properly. So now I want to create one cube. So just press Shift A, mesh and cube. So one cube is created. So here this cube is very much in dimension which I want to replace. So here you can see X is 1, Y is 1, Z is 1. So 1, 1, 1 direction is a default direction, default values for the cube. So I want only on Z should be more and XY is should be less. So what I will do for Z, I will make it 5, for Y 0.25 and X 0.25. So this is my leg, one leg. I will see from this view, that is right view. So see in the right view, so this size is very height is very much. I want to reduce. So 0.3, sorry, 3 only. So this is okay. 1 is a front view. So now front view I am seeing like this. So this is okay. So only I have to move this on the tabletop. So you know that on Z direction I have to move this. So just press G, Z, and I am moving and keep it here. That's all. So one here it is in the center. So I want to move this at this point, then second one at this point, third one here, and fourth one here. So press 1 so I can see from front view, and I will move it towards the left side. So G, X, and I am moving at this point. But it is not at the proper edge, it is in the center. You can see, yes, in the view, user perspective view. Okay. So once again, I will press 1. And now this time, instead of press 1, I will see from right side. From right side, I comes to know that it is in the center of the uh, plank. So once again, I will press G. This time I will press Y and I put it here. So from user perspective, you can see now it is now at proper place. So just I want to duplicate this and put all other on the particular edge. And for that snapping is here. Here in the, you can see, let me zoom it. This one, I will click it here. So snap mode is on now. Okay. I will click it here, make it duplicate, Shift D and press enter. So by clicking Shift D and press enter, this duplicate is created and overlapped. Just now I have to move it in the Y direction. So G, Y, but now see when I am moving, it is snapping. Okay. And I will keep it here. Once again, Shift D, enter, G, X, I will put it here. Now Shift G, sorry, Shift G, sorry, Shift D, enter, G, Y, and here. So I have placed all legs on the four corner, but it is not properly in the corner because snap mode is on, but I am not zoomed properly. Okay. So now you see it is somewhere else. So what I will do, I will make it zoom, select this G, X direction, G and X. So it is snapping but to the grids, not the object. So what you have to do, click it here and see increment, grid, vertices, edge. These are the options for the snapping. So temporarily, what I will do, I will off the this snapping G, G, X and properly moving like this much. Or I will select the face. So yes, I will tell you what is the face. And then G, X. Let me first do all these things. G, X. here, GY here, GX here. Same I will do. Hmm. Now I did this manually. Okay. And now I will see from top. So you can see from top, all my legs are seeing just like a small rectangle. And now I will properly adjust them. Panning. I am doing panning. Now here I selected this one. This time I will create snap mode is on and face is selected. Snapping with the face. Face means tabletop face. And now I will move at this edge G, Y at this edge. And perfectly I am achieving the edge of the tabletop. Now I select this one. I will panning, zoom it, G, X, here, G, Y, and here. Yes, these two are properly. Now other two, panning, zoom, pan, zoom. Select this G, Y. It is touched. Now G, X. This touch at this. Okay. Now zoom out, panning, panning, G, Y. Okay. G, X at this point. And zoom out. Now you see all legs are properly at the corners of the tabletop. Now what I will do, I will group them and just I have to rotate this to 180-degree. So table will be change its direction. So selected. I don't want to select light. So select only 1, 2, 3, 4 and this. And I want to rotate them. Press R in Z direction, in X direction, along X. So press X and 180 means 180 and press enter. So now my table is created. Okay. So, but this table is created, but I want to see through the camera. So press 0 button. So this is I am seeing through the camera. Just I can see only legs. I can't see whole table. So for that, now what I will do, I will fix the camera view and zoom out the object. So for that, press once again N. So you will get this side panel. Here you will see item, tools and view. Let me zoom to item, tools and view. Click on the view and here view lock. You have to lock the view of camera. So camera to view. I locked now. Now I can zoom out. Now object is zooming out. Camera is not zooming. Camera is going according to that zoom, it goes far away from the center of the object. So this is my table. So I want to move a bit down or changing a direction, and this I can change. Yes, this is okay. So in this way, I can see through the camera whole table. Now I want to add one ground below this. For that, you know that I have to add one plane, increase its size. Okay. So let me go out from this camera view. Press once again 0. So this is my table, user perspective view. So I will add one plane, Shift A, mesh plane. So you can see one plane is created at the center of cursor. I want to increase the size. So for increasing size, you know that press yes, and I want to increase this size whole directions. So instead of giving X, Y, Z, just I will move. So this much plane is size. I increased. Press enter. So now I will see from through camera. This is the yes. Now I want to change some this plane towards the X direction. G X, this much is okay. G Y, this much is okay. And want to increase in X direction only. So yes, X and X direction. I want to move bit. So G X, this much is okay. Okay. And also I want increase this part also. So in the camera, whole ground should be there. So again, yes, Y in Y direction. I move a bit my plane towards the this direction. So G, Y up to here. I have to increase bit more. So yes, Y this much. So G, Y, yes. And again, yes, X, yes, tick. So now you see whole ground is there, and in that on the ground table is there, 0. So this is the uh, situation of the plane and table. So the file is created to one model I have created. I want to save this file. So go to file, save. Now saving, you will say this is a saving dialog box. So what I will do, I will click here on volume D drive. Here I want to create one folder. So here is one directory folder. Click it here, new folder. I rename that folder to week 5 models. Okay. So week 5 models, I double click it here. Now I am in D drive week model 5. So here I will give the name TABLE, and dot blend is will come automatically. This is the extension dot blend, and save. Just now you see on D drive week 5 model, there is one file table dot blend. This is the blender file. So you have to give this file blend file as a submission. Okay. And also I want the output of this. So now here in the blender you see in camera view, whatever in the camera view, that much only we can produce output. So if you want to take this in the output, that is called rendering. Okay, you can't give this kind of output. What will be happen in the rendering, that is the output. So what will be the color of this ground, what will be the color of this table, you have to select first, you have to define them, and then after that you have to render. If I am rendering like this, what will happen? Check it. Click on the render menu and click on the render image. So when you do that, you see this kind of output I will get, because we don't know how the light is going on, where is the camera, what are the colors. So this is very not properly rendered. Okay, so that's why you have to choose where your light should be and what kind of your light should be. So I will select, this is the light. So now you can see on outliner I selected this light. Light is selected. I want to move this light up. Okay, so select this light G in Z direction. I will move it up. So now my light is moved up in the Z direction. I will move bit in the center of the table. So G, X, and I will move this here. So now my light is properly on the center. Okay. And now when you see I light selected, I selected a light. Then you can see the property panel of the light. You know that already. Whenever we select any object, you have to change the property. In Synfig Studio also, we select something and we change their properties. So here also, I now selected the light. Now I have to see what are the properties of this light. So in this here you can see the light. When I select this table, you can see there is a cube. That means the cube properties. I selected this, you can see cube 003. You can see cube 004, cube 001, cube 002. So why this cube 001, 2, 3, 4? Because these are the cube. First cube, second cube, third cube, fourth cube. You have to rename them. So here I will rename it. Cube 2 is a leg. Okay. Leg 02. Cube 1 is a leg 01. Okay. Cube 3 is a leg 03. Cube 4 is a leg 04. So now you see leg 1, 2, 3, 4, and one is a plane. Plane, I will add them ground. Ground. This is a ground. And one more cube is there, that is our tabletop. So I am renaming that also. So tabletop. So whenever you draw, that time you have to rename that. So after that we can't confuse. Yes, these are legs, this is a tabletop, this is a ground. Okay. Now I will select my light. So light I have selected. Okay. And here is a click on this data. So here you can see the light is point light. Now there are four types of light: point light, sunlight, spotlight, area light. Four types of light. So I will select sunlight. This time of sunlight means like our sun. So in all direction the light is equal. In point direction, point means at particular point light is there. Another points there will be no light. So in the sun, all direction the light is equally distributed. And what is the color is a white color just now. And I will see, I will take this color, or you can keep white as it is. I will change the object color. So okay, and now just you will see what about now rendering. So there is a shortcut for rendering, F12. So press F12, you will get a render. Now you see my render is like this because this is a sunlight. Sunlight is very heavy light, okay, and all direction it is equal light. So this is like this. And where is there is a shadow, shadow is also very dark, okay. So what you have to do, you have to reduce the power of sunlight. That's all. So what is the power of sunlight? This here see the strength is 1000. So I will make it 100 and check. 100 is also very. So I will make it strength to 10. What will happen? Only bit reduced now. Okay. So for that, what I will do, strength should be a 5. So this is this kind of. So what I will do, I will do 2. Hmm. So this much is okay for rendering. Now I want to change the color of the objects. So what I will do, here come and select the tabletop. Now I select the tabletop and I want to add some color in it. That means we have to add material in it. Material and colors, textures. So here in the panel, property panel, you see the last there is a material property. Click it here. So selected tabletop and click on this material, and here you see the base color is white. So this is by default all object whatever we are drawing here, base color will be white. So you can rename that also. So here I will click it here, tabletop, enter. So tabletop base color is white now. I want to change it. Click it here. You will get the wheel, and I want this type, brown type, and done. So once I change this tabletop color, once again I want to render and check it. Your tabletop is now brown. Okay. Same I want to do with the leg, but I want the leg will be bit dark. So I select leg, go to the property. I selected leg number 3, and here is the new. New means new material will be there. Okay. Click it here, and here leg, and this much dark, and click outside. Now you see one leg is colored. I want all these 3 colors same. Then just you have to click, click, click. Select all these 3, and here there is one box. New, here is one box. Here see we added leg and a tabletop. Right? Click it here and click outside. Now you see the second is also there, but what about this third and this one? So I have selected. Now you can see all leg colors also there, and I want ground for green. So select this, click on new, rename as a ground, and change the ground color to the green. So this much here you can see. Click it here. Yes, the my table color and also is done. So now you save this file, and now I want to render. So again, click it here, render image. Once you render, already whenever you press shift sorry F12, it is rendered. So now where this file is saving, so you have to save this file, save, same, and I will name it table.png and save as image. Now you can see in the you can see this is one rendered image and this is our blend file. Okay, so you have to send the png output rendered and blended. But whenever you see this file very much dark, so you have to increase your light or color shade and take a proper ask you output. Now up till now, are you understand? Give me a thumbs up. Are you understand? Yes. This means you can open a blender now. You can add the primitive shapes. You can create models. By knowing this much only, we are not edited anything. We are not did any hard things comes to know. Only just 4 5 keys. You know that grab, move, rotate, scale. That's all. Grab, move, rotate, and scale. This much only we know, and only just one cube is there. Another also we added that mesh. That mesh is added. Okay. So in this way, by using primitive, we can create any kind of models, and also we can change the uh, shape of this. Okay. So now, suppose we want to do some animation and some different kind of things we will do. Okay. So whatever I am doing side by side, you also do. So you will get a confidence. Okay. So you know that how to change the light. There are 4 types of light. So you can explore different light, different their strength, and try to render and get the render output. Okay. So let me close this file. Mm, quit or save. Save. Okay. So till now, you have any question? Ask me. If you don't have any question, give me a thumbs up. Okay. So now what we will do? Now see, this is a Blender. Bit recap we will do. So you know this is our layout viewport, 3D viewport workspace. There are too many workspaces are there. So each workspace have a different type of actions we can do in that. Easy to that. Okay. So and these are the main menu of this toolbar, navigation toolbar, gizmo, axis, cube, camera, light, and time frame, and panels, property panels. Okay, just now we can add material panels, material property, material panels, light panel. We saw that. So what now? What we will do? We will create one fan. Okay, and we rotate that fan, we animate that fan. So what I will do, I will create one fan on that particular table, uh, and we will rotate that by animation. Okay, so already we created that file. So we will open that file, or we will create a fan here, and this fan we will take it in that file. That is also okay. So what we will do, we will create one fan here. So zoom out. This is my 3D viewport. Delete this cube. Here what I will do now, here I will take one cylinder. Shift A, mesh, and this is a cylinder. Cylinder. Yes. So cylinder is created. Okay. And suppose now, assume this cylinder is nothing but a fan motor. So what I want change its uh, Z length. So press N. You see here. So Z is 1. So what I will do, Z is 0.25. This much. So no, I want 0.5. So this is okay. Hmm? This is my motor. Now I want 3 blades for this fan. So press N. So this sidebar panel will go off. So I want to see from front view. Front view 7. Sorry, top view 7. So this is now top view. Now I want to create one blade for this. So for that I add one mesh cube. I will add cube. So this is my cube, which is overlapped on that. So what I will do, I will move bit to the x on the x-axis. So G X here, done. Okay. Now I want to increase the size. So S this much. So again G X here. I will put it here. Zoom out. Okay. So I want to make height bit small. So select yes, Y. This much is okay. Okay. Uh, yes, X. Okay. G X at here. So one blade is created, but let me check Z depth of his. So for that, I will go to user perspective view C. So this is very much. So I want press select N, and Z should be 0.125. Yes, 0.1, 0.08. This much is okay. So now you see, this is my one blade, fan blade. Okay, I am feeling that height should be more. So on top view, sorry, top view, yes, Y, select yes, Y. Yeah, this much okay. So let me see, round figure I will do. Y is 0.730, so 0.75, and X is 4.5, so I will make it 4.5. Yes. So values are now properly round figured. So this is my one blade. So what I will do, I will duplicate it and rotate it into 180 degree, and then 180 degree. So 3 blade will be there. But whenever I am rotating it, it will rotate. It is in the center of this blade, na. So I click it here, make it duplicate, Shift D. So it is duplicated now. I select this, and when I am rotating it, what will happen? See, Control, for rotating R, and when I am rotating, you see it is rotating in the center of that object, right? So escape, undo, undo. So now I want this to rotate in the motor center, means cursor. Where is the cursor is there? Cursor is always in the center of the uh, viewport. So this should be a pivot point for this blade to rotate. So for that, what I have to do, you check. So what do you have to first duplicate this and create the pivot point is a center of this motor, and then you have to move. Okay, rotate. Then you have to rotate. So let me do that. So now this is one. Here in the, let me zoom in. Here you can see there is a snap method, and below this, before the snap, there is a pivot point. So currently pivot point is a median point, pivot center of the rotating and scaling. So I want this to should be a 3D cursor. Now pivot point is a 3D cursor. So now when I try to rotate, it is rotating around the 3D cursor. So let me duplicate, Shift D, and now rotate. Now you see. Now my fan is rotating around the 3D cursor. So in which direction, how much angle should be there? 120 degree. So 120, 120, and 120. So equally it is distributed. So for 120, what I have to do? I will escape is, uh, I will put it here and press N. Rotation is 191.30. Radians is 333. So here I have to 120. Sorry. Now while rotating, you have to press 120. Now this is a rotate and 120. Enter. Once again, I will duplicate, Shift D, then sorry, Shift D, rotate R and 120. Yes. So now you see 3 blades are there. One in the center there is a motor. So I will see from user perspective view. So this is user perspective. So what I will do, I will move these blades inside the motor bit. Okay. So again, once again, I will have top view, zoom, and select this G, X, and move this one. This much is okay. Touch only touch. But now, whenever now I am moving this, it will not move properly because our x axis only the first one. This second one and third one have their x axis different. This is a global axis. These x and y axis are global axis, and this and this blade and this blade which I am selecting now, you check, they have their local axis is different. global axis XY we can move it. Okay, so let me zoom out. Now first I will try to move it in X direction. So I selected this one, G, X. Now you see, okay, this is extra G, X. So you can see, I can move like this, but I don't want move. I want move in this way. So this blade, first blade having X axis globally and locally same, but this blade having X axis different, two X axis. One is a global X axis and one is a local X axis is like this. So I have to click it here and click on the local and then select this G and X. So you will see this is a X axis which is a local axis for this selected. So I will move it here. Now same for this also. Local is selected G, X, and now this is okay. All done. Now I want to rotate this fan. Okay, before rotating, see through the camera view. So this much is a camera view. So what I will do, zoom out. I will fix the camera view first. So click it here, click on view and fix the camera view. So now camera is fixed, locked. Now zoom out. Yes, this much is the fan. It is okay. Okay. Now press 0. Come to user view, perspective view. Once again, I will add one cylinder. Shift A, mesh and cylinder. And I will scale it this much and scale Z axis this much. Once again, I want to scale it and I will see a right view. Move this to Z direction here. That's all. So this is my stand, fan stand, which is on the ceiling. Now I want to rotate this fan. So first we will save this file. Go save and fan and save blend file. File is saved now. So now I want to rotate these blades and this motor. So blade should be the child of this motor. So whenever motor is rotating itself around 360-degree, the blade should rotate uh, around motor. Okay. So for that, what we have to do? We have to select these blades. 1, 2, 3. 3 blades are selected now. And one more we have to select. That means motor. So lastly, we are selecting this motor. And now press Ctrl P. And click on object. So that means motor is now parent for these 3 blade. What means that? That means whenever we move the motor, blades also move with them. So let me check. This is now I selected this cylinder. So let me name this as a uh, motor. Okay. Now you see In the motor, there are three: cube 1, cube 2, cube 3. Means this cube 1, cube 2, and cube 3 become a child of this motor. Here in the outliner, you can see. In the outliner, motor is there. And when I open that motor group, you will see cube 1, cube 2, cube 3. These are the blades. So let me. So now I try to move this motor somewhere else. G, X, C. Blades also moving with them because they are a child of this, like a group. Understand? In Synfig, you know that there is a group, and in that group, how many layers will be there? If you move your group, the layers also move with that group. So now what I will do, I want to rotate this motor. Motor rotate 360 degree, automatically fan will also, blades will also move. So for that animation, what I will do, we have to start the frames per second. In from first frame, what is the position of motor, and for next how many frames, what will be the position of motor. So for that, we have to create a keyframes. Same in Synfig Studio, we are creating a waypoints. Here we create a keyframes. So now I am at frame number 1, and here is C, auto keying, automatic keyframe insertion for the object. Okay. So now I am at 1 frame. I click it here. So at 1 frame, there would be a keyframe. Okay. And now I want to open this panel, sidebar panel, and click on this atom, and I want to rotate, give a rotation. So in which direction? In Z, along with the Z direction. So Z direction, this is suppose one angle. So one keyframe should be created there. And at 100, you have to press I to create a 1 and enter. And at 100, suppose we will give a 360 degree. Okay, 360 degree is okay. At 1, it should be a 0. But you can see starting is slow and ending is slow. In between, it is fast. It is called ease in and ease out method. But we want linear method. Linear means from 0 to up to end, it should be in the same speed. Okay. So just click on this waypoint here, last one, and right click and interpolation mode, you keep linear, and first also you keep linear. Okay, you have to select the object particular, then only you will see the keyframes like a waypoint. Okay, and now let me check. Yes, now it is in linear speed, it is moving. Okay, but I want to make a fast, so 108, I selected 108 frame. So in 108, it should be a 10, 10 rotation. Then it feel like a fast. So what I will do, click it here at 108. At 108, I will select 360 into, means shift and 8 multiplication mark and 10 and enter, means 3600. Yes, now check. Yes, so it is moving fast now. Okay, so last frame is to 108. So and at 108 end should be there. So now start is 1, end is 108, and I will play. Yes, yes. So in this way, I will save this file. Now you know that we already rendered image, but this is not an image. This is a sequence of images. So we have to render it in animation in AVI file or MP4 file or FLA file, uh, WebM file. So animation movie file you have to render it. For that we have to do some settings. Okay. So let me change some colors first. So if I can't see the colors here, na? So if you want to see colors on viewport, so these are the buttons. You can see these are the buttons. So here is a button viewport shading material preview. So it will show a material. So now I click it here. Now you see only white is there. That means by default this is the material. So I want to change this. I select the blades, click on the material. Uh, so what I will do, I will select all three blades. Okay, and click it here. New, name this to the blade, BLADE blade, and I want to give this color. This color is okay. Okay, done. And control L, and control L means link the material. So only one blade is colored that time. But when I click control L, so material is linked with others also. So same color will be there. And for the motor, select motor, click new, name it as a motor, and change the color to the orange kind of thing. Yes, yeah, done. So this is my motor. So let me check now. Yes, color. Now through the camera view, press 0 and now play. Yes, this is the fan. And what I want uh, first let me save this file. Colors also done. And also you add shades also now, because here in the material preview you will see the property. You can explore the properties. The base color is so and so, metallic is there, roughness is there, IOR, alpha. So metallic means if you add something, so it will look like a metal. Okay, shading, roughness is the, suppose I want metallic 0.5. So motor is now in a metallic. And for blade also I will take 0.75. So blade is also now like a metallic. So this kind of effect we will add in the material. So all material is linked. One blade is, if you change one blade color, all blade color will be changed because it is linked. Control L, we add that shortcut key to link the materials. Okay. Now let me save this file. What I remembered. What I want to render this as an animation. So material is done. Speed is also setted now. So for rendering, here you see the render image and render animation. Two types of things are there. We will not render as the image now. Let it be see what will happen. If suppose I keep render image, so you will see this is my image. And let me save this file, image, save, and I will make it fan png, save as image. So I rendered, but it is only I rendered only one image. Okay, only one image. I will close it. Now I want to render animation. For that, you here see in the property panel, there is a render properties. So these are the render properties. So whenever we are rendering animation or image, you have to select the engine of the render. So there are three engines: EV, Workbench, and Cycle. EV is faster to render, and Cycle is give a good quality, but it will take a time. So for beginning, we will keep as a EV. Workbench is not for rendering purpose, just it is for on display purpose here on the screen. Okay. So these are the samples. Samples means 16 samples, 250 samples. Whenever you increase the sample, it will take a time and become a file size heavy. Okay. So by default, there is a 16 samples means 16, uh, whatever we are rendering, it is rendered as a raster. So for raster image, they have to add pixels. So 16 pixels each time they created overlap and create a image. So let it be. So this we will keep as it is render engine. After that, there is a second option is output. So now what output we want? So here in that, you know that resolution, the dimension of particular video, dimension of particular image. So by default, there is a 1920 by 1080 pixel. What is that? That is my desktop dimension. So my desktop dimension is 1920 by 1080 pixel. So aspect ratio keep as it is, and frame per rate. So each frame per second is a 24 frames. So if we are doing animation, that time for 1 second, 24 frames will be passing away. So frame range from 1 to 108. So you know that we also for rendering we created that time in Synfig 0 to 24, 0 to 48. So here my first frame is 1 and land frame is 108. Okay, and steps should be one by one. Now output directory, we have to set the output directory. Now here I will click it here. Output directory in D drive week 5 model is our output directory, and you accept. So now you see the output directory is now D drive week 5 model is our output directory. Whatever is now output is here only. And now media type is image. Now whenever you are selected here media type image, that means image will be created only, not a AVI file created. So for that I will click it here video. Now it is giving me output of video. So keep it RGB. RGB means color, red, blue, and green. And below that, You see encoding. Here in encoding, there are containers. There are many containers in the document. You see, I segregate their container and the output of the files. This container is Matroska container. So it will give us output of MP4 maybe. Okay. And suppose I want to click MPG4. So now this time it will give a .avi file. So video codec 1 H.264. So this codec will gives us a file size high resolution or low resolution. So keep it H.264, reasonable quality will come out. And this much setting we have to do only. Output, container and video codec. And if there is a sound, then that time we will add audio. So here is audio. Now there is a no audio. So that's there is no problem. This much setting we done. So two setting we have to do. One is engine setting and one is output setting. So output setting also done. Format we did, frame range we did, and output we did where should be an encoding and video. Okay. After that you have to go render and click on the render animation. Click it here. So how much frames are there? 108. So it will take that much time and it will create one video for us. So let it render. So you can see now frame 108. It stopped now and time is 00.27. Memory and all these things status is there. So I will close this. So now I will go it here and you can see 001.01 MP4 is created. Sorry, MP4 is created. MPEG, if we select MP4 will be created. So I will play it. Yes, my fan is rotating. In this way, we can create a animation. So let me show you where is that document. Mm, here you can see Blender document. So here you can see, you read the documents always. Some shortcuts are there. I already written. Okay. And this is a video container. If you take a MP4, so it will give a .mp4 file. Matroska give a mkv file. WebM give a .webm output. AVI.avi. MPG, MPG4, MPG only. MPG2, DVD or VOB. So in this way, you have to choose a container. You will get the file extension. Okay. And what is best for, you can see here. I already written it here. Okay. And if you want to know, so there is a manual I already referenced here. So you watch, you go paste this link and explore the software. Okay. So now tell me, are you understand this much? So you can now create a small animation and you can render the PNG files also. So what happens in here, you can create any kind of a shape. So just we not edited the shape. So for editing, uh, in doubt session, we can do that also. But within a moment, I will show what is that editing means. Editing the shape. So let me save this file and close this file. Let me close this file. Close, close, close. Where is? Let me create a new file. So it will close automatically. Okay. So suppose this is our cube, and I want to change this shape. So just you have to go in here. You can see there are two modes. You can see object mode. Now it is in object mode. And if you click it here, you will see one edit mode. So click it here. So once I click it here, I can edit this shape. So this shape I can edit now. So you get nodes in this. Earlier you saw the nodes. So here you can get dot, 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 dots. So here you have to say vertices. So these are the vertices. And in each vertices, there is a one line that we call edge. And each four vertices, there is a uh, shape, no? There is some feeling is there that you can say face. So face, edge, and vertices. Three things are there. I will click it here. Nothing is selected. Now I selected one. That means one vertices I selected now. Now I click it here. This vertices I selected. This selected. This selected. And suppose I want to select the edge. So that time what I have to do here, here in the mode, edit mode, you will see vertices I selected. So that's why I can only select only vertices now. If I selected this is number 2, so I can select now edges. So if I click it here, you can see a white line is there. That means edge is selected. Now this edge selected, this edge selected, this edge selected, this edge selected. And suppose I want to select this face. So if I click on this face is selected. Now face is selected. So in this way, you have to select the face, edge, vertices and change the shape. Let me show you. So now I will select this vertices. I select this vertices, one vertices, and I want to move it. So you know that the G and X. So I will move in X direction. So I selected this vertices G and Y. So I will move in Y direction. So I select this G, Z. I will select this. So now you can see I change that shape by selecting the vertices. I can change. In this way, you can select the shape, face also. You can select the edge also and change the shape. Now I select this edge. This edge I selected. And now I want to move this G, X. Yes, now see, I selected. So by knowing these things, you can do any kind of shape and very easily. So it should be it is very important. Let me delete this. I have to go object mode, select this object, delete. Okay, 0. Okay, yes, yes, this is our things. And let me draw one cube. Shift A, mesh, and cube. So this is our cube. And I want to create that tabletop, right? So what I will do, I will change the shape. G, X, sorry, G, no, SX this much, and then yes Y, sorry, select yes Y this much, and yes Z this much. Done. This is my tabletop. And now I want to take the legs. So what I will do, I will go to edit mode. Now I am edit mode. Now this is edit mode, and I want to select only face. So select outside, deselect, click over here, and I select this face. Now my face is selected. And what I want to create imaginary cut lines. So for that, this you can see here, add these tools. In this tool, there is a loop cuts are there. So you can see loop cuts, shortcut is also there. So I will place 0, click it outside, select here. Control R is the shortcut to create a loop cuts. So when I add this horizontal line, vertical loop cut will be created. And just I move my middle mouse button, I will get too many loop cuts. So this much loop cuts I needed, suppose, and I click it here, and then again click. So this much loop cuts are created. So let me do properly. Control R. Yes, yes, this much okay, and click, click, done. Now I want horizontally loop cuts. So I will click it here. Sorry, I will here Control R. See, horizontal loop cut is created and done. Click and click, done. So this much loop cuts are created on the face. So what I will do, I will select now face. Face select, select this, this, and this. 4 faces I selected. Now you see, and just I have to extrude them. Press E, Z, and extrude. Done. And now what I will do, go to object mode, rotate Y 180 degree. Done. My table is done. So let me select G, Z. Okay. 703. This is right view. G, Z, and I will put it here. That's all. Table is clear. Now understand. So I can, in the edit mode, I can change such things. Okay. So we will see that these things in next session, whenever in doubt session also. Are you understand? So editing is very important, where you can edit the vertices, edges, shapes, and create any kind of a shape. So by using this, you can create a man face, okay, chair, computer. You can just like a welding difference and intersection. These also we can use and create many things. Car shape, model, wheel. You can create anything, but we will see in next session, doubt session also. In that we will add these things. So for this now you just learn basic things. You can create a shapes, you can create animations. So basically small things I will give you assignment and task, and one of the task will be hard, where you can use this editing things also, so that you can give me more doubts, and we can according to that we will create that session. So are you understand till now? You have any questions? Are you did simultaneously with me something, someone who did, anyone did something and want to show table? Anyone created table? Yes, Adya Ghosh. Can you share if you have a time?
Yes, sir.
I will stop my presentation. So you share, and now we will conclude this session. and who are want to take a responsibility of a group coordinator, they send me their name and their group name on the WhatsApp group. Okay. And today in the night I will perfect. Nice. Very nice. So in this way you have to do, means you have get this basic idea of Blender. So there are too many things, so much vast syllabus have this Blender, but if you need some basics na, and whenever you familiarize with this uh, movement of 3D viewport, seeing the uh, top view, front view, side view, user interface, editing mode, material view, and rendering particular area or rendering whole animation. So we will chunk it scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and then modify them in one scene, full scene. Same here in Blender video editor. So Blender have too many interfaces like layout, modeling, sculpting, UV editing. So whichever you want, ki in a doubt session, this I want to clear my doubt. You send it in the document. So for that particular subject, I will simplify. I will also study, simplify, and show you how to do that. Okay. Okay. So can we conclude this? So give me a thumbs up. So after this workshop, I will send you assignment and task. Okay. So who the assessment, who are not completed their assessment of this Blender assessment. So how many people are completed assessment? If you completed na, so you got some basic idea before workshop. If you did something assessment, so you will get some knowledge because you are exploring the software, and whenever I am showing, so already you gone through it na, so it will be easier to understand. So I will add more information in that document. So always you check these documents also. So in that document, I will add the concept which we not completed here in basic. So if there is some basic concept, I will add in the document. So you read that also, okay? And in the same document, I will give assignment and task, okay? So we will conclude here, okay? Bye then. Okay, bye.